What's up, financial hacks? In today's video, we'll be going over how cars keep you poor. This is a fun video. I've watched this video before too. I want to say maybe like a year ago. It's been a while, but anyway, the video is a PBS/YouTube video. It's from 2 cents. So let's go ahead, look at this video, since I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys who are watching this are car owners like myself. And yeah, we can learn some new info. Let's go ahead and get into it.
Don't you just love that new car smell? It smells like power and freedom.
Actually, it smells more like petroleum-based solvents evaporating off vinyl and plastic.
Wow,
oh, dang,
buzzkill.
dang.
Let's see if you still like that smell when you find out what it's really costing you.
I'm locking the windows.
I still gotta get some fake money for this channel. Remind me in the comment section to go ahead and get that. Have a cool look at thumbnails.
Since the auto boom of the 1950s, cars have become an integral part of American society. Car companies spent $14.2 billion in advertising alone in 2014,
Dang.
and that number is only rising.
$14.2 billion in advertising in 2014.
Love us more, our neighbors will envy us, and our freedom to go anywhere is secure.
Unfortunately, they're more likely to take away your freedom and security. New cars are a financial triple threat. We borrow money at interest to buy an asset that we have to pay to maintain, and here's the big kicker, that drastically depreciates in value.
Wait, what is depreciation anyway?
Hey Julia, would you like to buy some ice cream?
Yeah, these newer cars, that's
Sure, I
something
guess.
different.
That'll be $4.
Hopefully they go over a used
pay a
car.
nickel
For the
for
amount,
that.
we'll probably go over
But
that
I just
too.
paid $4 for it 20 minutes ago.
That's depreciation.
Yeah.
Go wash your hands.
I remember my dad talked about that
Cars
too with
retain
the
their value
depreciation
about
of
as well
cars.
as ice cream on a hot day.
As soon as
A
you
new
drop that mug
car will
off,
depreciate
you're already losing money.
63% in the first 5 years.
Wow, 63% in the first 5
in
years.
the moment that you drive it off the
Yeah.
lot.
Like my dad
Cars
said
a
on that.
bad investment is like calling a honey badger a bad heart surgeon.
What?
I mean, they're not an investment at all.
Oh, exactly. I mean, can you think of anything else that you would spend that much money on that loses value that quickly?
I don't know. How about a garage full of Beanie Babies?
That's a lot of Beanie Babies. I think I had a couple of those too.
90s are coming
I
back.
think when I was
Sure,
younger.
hon. And don't think that you can get out of this by leasing either. Leasing companies set their prices so that you pay for the depreciation of their vehicle. And when it's over, they still have an asset that they can resell.
So let's set a few simple ground
So watch
rules
out for
will
that,
put
too.
you in the driver's seat instead of being taken for a ride.
Number 1, buy a car that's at least 5 years old. Right away, you're skipping the majority of
I like
this
that. I like
depreciation.
that. I can
Number
attest to
2,
that.
save up to buy a car in cash. Paying interest on something that loses value is like gaining weight from exercise.
Again,
No
so my
pain,
dad talked about
no
too,
gain.
the
Number
buying
3,
your car cash
if
if
you
possible.
can't comfortably
Especially after
afford
5
to
years.
save an equal amount to your car payment, you can't afford it. So if you're not saving $300 a month, you shouldn't take on a $300 car payment.
I like that.
So
I
how
like
much
that.
money is actually at stake? I think it's time to
Run the numbers.
Okay, let's run the numbers and let's see.
Let's say I buy a new car for $20,000. I
Okay.
put $4,000 down and I finance the rest over 60 months at 4.25%.
4.25%.
My monthly payment will be
$295.42.
Okay.
That's
And that's just
pretty
little.
But check this
4.25%
out.
versus like
What if
credit
you
cards
bought
like
the same
25,
car,
30%.
But a 5-year-old model, which costs you 63% less, or $7,400. Put your same $4,000 down, and with the same loan arrangement, you're looking at a payment of just $62.78 a month. That's
Okay.
a monthly savings of
$232.65.
Ooh, that's a big difference. That's a big difference.
Get a massage every other week with that.
You could, or you could take those monthly savings and put them into a growing asset like a home or a mutual fund. And if you continue to do that every time you paid
Put
off
it
the
in your-
car, even at a
your
very
Acorns
conservative 7% per year return, in 35 years, you'd have over
$420,000?
Okay, it's not
Really?
bad. 35 years. And that's just passive. The
Is
compound
that
interest.
enough to retire on?
Nah.
Probably not, but that's just one thing you can start doing now to prepare for your future. There are many, many more.
You know, as much as I like that new car smell, I don't think I'd spend $500,000 on it.
Now, let's try this instead.
Yeah.
What's that?
Early
That
retirement,
freaking interest.
baby.
Interest is where they get you at, especially with student loans and other stuff.
And that's our 2 cents.
All right, cool video. Let's go ahead and end that there. Pretty much breaking down some of the big stuff that a lot of people get into when they're buying new cars. I wish they kind of touched more on luxury cars too, because I know some people, I'm not gonna put any names out there, but they do buy used, but they buy these used luxury cars. And by used, maybe it might be maybe 5, 6, 7 plus years. But is that they're not realizing all of the premium things they're gonna have to do to actually fix this car. See, I just have a Toyota Corolla, right? And when I get my oil changed and get things repaired, it's way, way less cheaper compared to some of these other higher brand cars. Even though they're used cars, they're still paying a lot on that back end. So buying the used car, I think that it's definitely something that you guys should definitely do, especially if you're struggling with money versus buying a new car for sure. But also watch out for these higher brand cars too. If possible, try to get yourself a good old Toyota Corolla or another good car that actually doesn't cost that much to repair it. So, you know, that's something you guys should definitely think about. But yeah, you definitely don't want to waste all of your money on your car. So take some of that advice there. Try to get yourself a car that's used if possible after 5 years. You know, if you're like in the lower to maybe slightly middle class, if you're, you know, if you're super rich and you can afford to buy yourself a nice Porsche or etc., do you. I'm not here to complain. That's good if you can afford it, but a lot of people can't. A lot of people think they can, but they're not actually seeing the long-term effects of that money. And as you saw by that last example with the percentage, after 35 years from that, you could have saved up a lot more with that money that you could have invested in something that will appreciate over time versus depreciate over time. So yeah, guys, hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you haven't already, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe. And there should be a couple videos popping up on the screen right now. So go ahead and click on one of those, and I will leave a link to 2 cents in the description box below. They have some great videos that you guys should definitely check out. And I definitely recommend you subscribing to those guys too. Peace.